Yo, what is up, everyone? I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday. I almost forgot that it was Thursday, actually. But thank you all for whoever stops by the stream. I hope you, again, had a wonderful Thursday. I'm back streaming a little bit. It's going to be a shorter stream. Work has been just crazy busy, and that's just been what's kind of preventing me from streaming as of late. But hopefully we are going to be able to get to streaming more often again. I know I say that almost every time I pop on here, talking about that things have been crazy busy and that I'll get back to streaming more regularly. I truly am hoping that I can get more back to normal streaming and get back to my normal streaming schedule. But until then, we're going to have some sporadic streams. So, of course, sorry about that. Fail. Hey there. Hope you're having a good night. And look, I told you at some point we're going to come back to Super Robot Wars 30. And here we are, back to playing it a little bit. I know that, of course, it's not been, back to it as much as many would hope. But some of it I've just not been exactly in the mood to play. And that's kind of part of the issue. The other part of the issue is I've just been very busy. And even tonight, I don't know exactly if we're going to get through even to a battle. So we might actually have to stop in the middle of the battle. But we're going to do our best and getting through that. Let me get things set up because it seems like my audio's not coming through, which is, typical what's going to happen when I haven't streamed in a while. It's like all my settings are all sorts of messed up. There we go. All right, so now you should be hearing the music. You should be hearing the game. Yeah, it's been a crazy time here. You're on the opposite side of the world? Oh, wow. Well, fail. Good day to you. It's late here, 10 p.m. So I'm, as I said, it's gonna be probably a short one. Again, I know that sometimes these battles can take a while, so I don't even know if we're gonna get through a full battle, but hopefully we will. And hopefully we will be able to, check out the story content. I don't remember stat-wise where I left off. I think I did level up everything, but I don't remember for sure. That's the hard part about this. Okani is at level 8. Let's see. I have a booster on this one. That's +1 movement. I have a pep boost to use. What does a pep boost use? On sortie and 5 to starting morale. I have a thruster module which grants S ranks in unit and weapon space terrain adaptivities. I have a striker scope, which is +100 attack, weapon attack, accuracy, and critical rate. That's nice. Grants a male pilot +20 max morale. I got a repair kit. Obviously, you don't want to use that. So it looks like some of these are one-time uses, and then the other ones are not. Let's see here. Who do I want to rock in my groups? I obviously I have some favorites that I tend to use. Let's give Rose something, because obviously I use, or not Rose, Tamaki. Rose 3 is her mobile suit. 11 a.m. here. Oh, well, man. What's, like you said, you live on the opposite side of the world, so it's 10 o'clock here. You would be 13 hours ahead. Does that put you in Vietnam area? I'm trying to remember. I work with some international people and I have time zones that I had to figure out before. Because one of them I just did a conversation. It was 9 o'clock here. No, that was China. It was 11 o'clock here. Or 8 o'clock here, and it was 9 o'clock their time, I think it was. Oh no, was that my conversation with Vietnam? I don't remember. It's been a long week. Let me just put it that way. It's been a long week. We'll put the striker... No, the striker scope should actually go on Saruga, now that I think of it. Let's... No. We gotta... I need to remove this. 1. That's how you remove it. Okay. No, that's... I clicked 2 on accident. There we go. So this should go on Saruga. Like, I mean, striker scope. That makes total sense. Philippines. Yeah, there you go. All right. Cobalt, what's up? How are you doing? Hope that your Thursday's been well. So, Phil, you're even closer to the weekend than I am. Man, I am jealous right now. I need the weekend. I need some relaxation time, which probably won't happen, but we're gonna hopefully try. We have I'm going to a basketball game tomorrow night, which is gonna be nice. Get out, do something a little fun for a bit. And why do I keep doing that? No, Connie. So yeah, it'll be nice to go do something fun for a day. I've been crazy. Paranormal site. How are you liking that? I know you were liking it a lot when you first got it. Has the feelings stayed the same with the game so far? Are you still jiving with it? I have been interested in potentially like picking it up at some point. Obviously right now things are not in a state where I have the free time to go do or pick up more games. It's part of the reason I am trying to hold off on buying any games at the moment. The wife who's in the other room would not be happy if I decided to try to buy another game. So I can't buy any games right now. Let's give you some health, and we'll give you some mobility. Weapons. Let's get you 2 weapons, and we'll rock that. All right, so we got him some upgrades, and I've been rocking my main character for a bit, but I should upgrade another person. We'll upgrade you with a little bit of health and energy. Do I have enough to upgrade anything else? No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm still going through. The game has some mechanics that I never considered, so when I get stuck, can sometimes take some time. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially like in some of the games like that, I've gotten into situations like that where it's just, it doesn't click. You know, it's like one of those things where it's not like right there to be like, oh yeah, I should have thought about like X mechanic or X aspect to the game. Okay, so this looks like this Planet of Conflict is the next base mission. So these looks like 2 missions to acquire a new unit. So I need to make sure, right? I keep clicking the wrong buttons, but I need to make sure. So Dimension Diver is the one I'm looking for. What? I keep... All right, everyone. We're going to get into this mission at some point. Yeah, but some of the ones here are really out there. Understandable. Oh, I was on top of the one that I was looking at. Okay. It's been a while. We haven't played this game in a hot minute. Everyone may remember. So we're kind of at that point of I have to relearn my controls. So this may be a rough stream. All right, we're gonna be completely blunt there. This is gonna be a potential rough stream, but we're getting at it. And we're hopping back on the bike, and we're hoping it is a smooth sailing. It's not so far. We've crashed a couple of times. The front wheel may be a little bent, but it is still rolling, and we're still moving forward. But yeah, I had a pretty long day at work today. I had a sales presentation I had to take care of this morning. That went fairly well. And then had to get back to the offices to take care of, obviously more office stuff and emails. And so it's just been a crazy time recently. But I ended up getting done with all my house stuff that I do every night. And I was like, you know what? I haven't streamed in a little bit. Let's do it. Let's get a stream going. And have some fun, and obviously get back out there and fail. I won't lie, I thought of you as I was going to pick up what game I was gonna play, and I decided I'm gonna play this back and see, basically see how the night goes with it. All right, so I gotta dodge. It looks like I got 1, 2, 3 there. There's a 4th one there. I just need to survive for 6 turns. What is EX action? What's his spirit moves? He's got take 1/8 of damage for 1 round of combat. All right. I mean, so like let's move over here. We're not gonna do too much. I should, go over here. We're just gonna kind of run a little bit. I mean, if all I gotta do is survive 6 turns and make sure I don't get struck down. And I'm kind of trying to move out this way so I can keep those ones that are further over. Hey man, I appreciate that, Fail. I enjoy this game. This is not to say I don't like Super Robot Wars. I love tactical strategy games, and I love the mechanics of this game. It's more so just like with certain games when it comes to streaming, I gotta be in the right mood to do it. And that's why, because I'm not a full-time streamer, right, and I do a lot of, obviously I'm very busy with my normal day job. It's one of those things where it's like I have a hard time sticking completely to one game to finish it through unless I'm like really feeling that game persistently. Because there's some nights, right, you just want to kind of like, sit back and relax and stuff. And like Super Robot Wars 30 is really awesome. But of course, like, it's one of the things that I did comment on back when we first started playing the game, which is, we got to dodge this. Evade. All right, we're about to get shot down. It's the fact that there's no voice acting in the normal text parts, and so just for entertainment purposes, right? I gotta help fill in some of that so that's not just complete silence, and that's again totally fine. But again, I gotta just be in the mood for feeling that way on the night, and that's the tough part. 49, 49. 47. All right, let's kind of run. Am I gonna be able to get out of this situation? I don't know if we're gonna be. I might have to rock that my spirit move there. Might have to utilize that to try and... Oh, wait. Yes. I survived the turns. Let's go. A battleship. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing, you know, when it comes to this. But like, I obviously like the game. I was surprised though, and it makes sense now that I think of it, and I realize I am using the wrong screen for this, so I apologize. I thought that I used this setup, but apparently I don't. It's this one that I utilize. So sorry, I realized I was cutting off all of the portraits there. What was I saying? Oh, I was surprised that I hadn't played this since February 3rd. It's been 2 months since I last booted up Super Robot Wars 30. It's crazy because it's just like the work has been so busy. I didn't realize that much time has passed since I booted up this game. So I feel like I, you know, fail as much as you're saying, like, you know, you're just hoping that I'm enjoying the games I'm playing, and of course I do. You know, I enjoy the games that I do play and get to put on here. But like, I feel bad because I told you, like, at some point on one of the community posts that I made, that I'm like, we're gonna get back to Super Robot Wars, trust me. And it took 2 months for me to finally get back to it. But yeah, I've been trying to get some content together. You know, I have to, one of the things I was going to do tonight for tonight's stream, before I decided to just play some video games, because like, I just wanted to chillax, admittedly, I hoped that both you, Cobalt, and Fail would pop in the chat and just kind of be here to chat and chillax together. But before I decided to do that, I was thinking of doing a reaction. It'll take you a year to finish the game at this rate. Yeah, Fail and Cobalt, it may take me more than a year, let's be honest. But we're gonna bust through this game, all right? But what I was gonna say is I was gonna do a reaction to the Final Fantasy 16 State of Play that went on today. Now, I was at work. I haven't watched it. I still haven't watched it at this point. And personally, I don't need to watch it because on a personal level, I am already fully invested in wanting to get Final Fantasy 16. Like, this guy you recruited is a protagonist in SRW mobile game, not in English though. Oh, okay. I liked his character art. I thought his character art looked really cool. So I got MX. It looks like I got a lot of MXP for that one. Which one does... Yes, that's what... MXP is for my ship's upgrades. Let's see here. Max starting SSP at deployment increases from 50 to 60%. All allies +2 morale on the start of the ally phase. It's like I gotta go back through and look at these. So 10 to accuracy, to RNG weapons. The boost dash EX effect increases +3. Yeah, that's kind of, so Cobalt, that's kind of where I'm at too. I was like, I'm so already like invested in the game. Partially, I mean, you guys have been around the channel to know, like, I love Final Fantasy games. So like, of course I'm, you know, fully invested for that reason alone. But it's one of those things where, you know, I was kind of like, I I don't really need to do it, but obviously it's out there and people are going to be looking for it. So I kind of thought about doing that. I also thought about doing a reactions video to the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom trailer, but I did end up watching that trailer, and that was kind of one of the reasons I didn't do it. And the other reason is I admittedly am not a huge Zelda fan. Like, that's just Zelda I love. I personally think that the other game he's from has a more bizarre set of... Why does it keep cutting off? Hold on a second. We're gonna... Oh, it looks like for some reason, maybe... There we go. Boom. Okay. OBS was cutting off the text. I personally think that the other game he's from has a more bizarre set of anime. All right. Interesting. What I was going to say, though, is we're going to do this to get the other character real quick. I really respect Zelda, and, like, I want to love Zelda, but, like, I am not great with completely open world, like the world is your oyster and do whatever you want type of story content. Like, I love the semi open world games where, like, it still kind of pushes you down a path to be like, hey, this is the progress you need to go make, this is the story you need to go make, but it still, like, is like, hey, you can go do what you want to do. And, like, I still need to get back to Breath of the Wild. I have probably only played it like 2-3 hours, and just never gave it too much of a chance, but I should. I know that a lot of my friends really liked it. It just didn't really hook me as quickly as I would have wanted to. But, you know, I'll play it more at some point. But it was one of those things where it was like, I already watched the trailer and I'm not super, like, invested in Zelda. So, like, I was kind of like, I don't think that that's going to be, you know, the type of content that I want to put out. Because obviously, like, I want to put out content that, you know, not only will you guys like and want to check out and obviously just, like, at least see my reactions to or my thoughts, but, like, I want to put out content that I'm actually excited about, that I really enjoy, because that's gonna allow you guys to get, you know, the insight from me on my thoughts on, you know, certain things. That's, as a journalist, right, I've covered a lot of things that I'm not super excited about and written about those things. And so, like, I can still cover those things when you want to do it. But with me right now working, you know, for my job that I do now, it's like I want to just be excited about the things that I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Gilliam's precognition skill truly shines on the enemy phase. Send him up and use his counterattacks to thin out the enemies. Okay. So is that his spirit move? 4C. Target ally will evade all attacks in the next round of combat. Let's do that. Oh, I moved a little too close. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of that. Those are some of the thought processes from me. And then like I said, I just ultimately settled down with, you know what, like, I haven't gotten to play a ton of video games this week. I wanna just relax, play some video games, and have, you know, two of my fellow friends just join me and chat in. And like I said, you know, it's not saying you guys ever have to be here or anything like that, but it's just one of those, you know, getting an opportunity to kind of come in, chillax, play some video games, and chat and discuss and, you know, catch up with you guys, see how things have been. Because again, I haven't been able to be here too much as of late, but, you know, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to do it a little bit more as things kind of hopefully settle down for me a little bit. We'll see. That's. I don't know exactly if it will settle down, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. All right. Is Slash Ripper actually going to be my best thing here? This. We'll just do that. We'll do that. This will probably do better because I only have 5 more ammo of that Slash Ripper. So I don't want to use like all of it right away. Yeah, I have picked up a couple of games recently that I've been playing, and one of my games I actually did an unboxing video of the special edition, and is that poster right there, or I shouldn't say poster, it's a cloth poster. I did finally, open and dive into my Monarch a little bit earlier this week, and I'm shooting it down. Okay, good. I saw the shoot down and was like, oh no, I'm gonna get destroyed again. But I realized, no, I'm shooting down this guy. So, but yeah, so I played that a little bit. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 12. I'm getting back into it, as I mentioned on the podcast last week. If you guys checked it out and listened, that I just have been really in the mood of playing Final Fantasy 12, and I'm planning to really beat it this time and go through it. So been playing a lot of that, but didn't want to hop into that on stream, even though, like, of course I am in the mood to play that, because you guys haven't been seeing me play it. So if you hadn't played or seen Final Fantasy 12 at all, you guys would have been like, what the heck are you doing? Shoot it down 93%. Let's do it. Get it, Gilliam. But man, there are so many games coming up that I want to play and want to get, but I'm holding myself back from getting them. I gotta get through some games, and I really, in a sense, need to leave the window open for when Final Fantasy 16 comes out, so I can play that a lot, because I do gotta travel for some upcoming events that will take time away from playing some video games. Besides, of course, like playing on my Steam Deck here, or my Nintendo Switch, which I did just get a new accessory for my Nintendo Switch. I have been wanting to get like a more ergonomic type of attachment for my Switch, and I finally did, and it came in today. So I'm actually, this is gonna hit 100%. We'll just do that. We only got 5 more bullets. We'll take them out. But yeah, so I finally got that today. I haven't actually like put my Nintendo Switch in there to see if it works well. If it does, I'll let y'all know, and like I'll put like my affiliate links down in the description. So if you guys are also looking for an attachment for your Nintendo Switch to make it a little bit better in the handheld version, then you at least get the Jeremy Darce stamp of approval on it. But again, I haven't tested it out just yet, so we'll see. My first initial reaction when I pulled it out of the box, though, was it feels very light, which is not a good thing, but it's also not a bad thing, because just because it's light does not necessarily mean that it's gonna break or it's not good quality. But that was just my initial reaction when I first opened it up. So we'll see how it goes. I do like that, it has some programmable buttons on the back, so similar to the Steam Deck here. on this back side has these little buttons. Well, on that attachment that I did get for the Switch, it has the same thing. So that's good, and it has the more rounded approach. So of course, like, that's gonna help with comfort with the Joy-Cons. I've been wanting something like that for ages now, and I finally settled on one to pick up and get for myself. Also, me and my wife got a bunch of like coffee things because me and my wife really like coffee. All right, I think I am pretty close to just... What do I got, dude? How many EX action points do I have? Boost dash. Damn, I don't have enough for the double attack. Do I have enough spirit for the 4C? Okay, I do. Cool. All right. Then we're good. We're completely golden. This is a very easy side fight. Having that 4C ability is doing wonders for this whole situation. Just making all of this survive for 6 turns very simple. And look, we actually fail. I lied. I said earlier that I don't even know if we're gonna get through 1 mission. We're about to get through 2 missions. Now, granted, this is not main missions, but they're still missions nonetheless. And so I lied, and I apologize for lying, because I'm not a liar. I don't like lying. I guess I was just doubtful. I didn't technically lie. I was just doubtful. Okay, all attacks become critical for 1 turn. We'll just utilize it. I mean, we have the EX action points to spend. Let's just take him out. So, Fail, what have you been playing lately? Cobalt shared that they've, you know, what he's been playing. But what have you been playing? Take him out, Gilliam. That's one line you shouldn't apologize for. Nah, you gotta hold me accountable, Fail. Don't let me get away with it. That was a fairly easy side mission just because of that 4C ability. That was not even really much of a challenge. Mobile Legends with my friends. Oh yeah, I know Mobile Legends. I've never played it, but I do know it. I remember back in the day when it first launched, and I actually considered downloading it, but I never did. Do you prefer Mobile Legends over Wild Rift, or did you ever play Wild Rift? Because obviously I know Mobile Legends has been out much longer than Wild Rift has. So in the mobile space with MOBAs, like obviously that garnered a lot more attention before Riot decided to release Wild Rift. Now, I also, for the record, have never played Wild Rift. I am not a huge mobile game fan. I do play mobile games. That's not to say I don't, but I always end up getting stuck into many of the gacha type mobile games. Like I played the Final Fantasy Opera Omnium game for a while, the Record Keeper one, the Brave Exvius, the War of Brave Exvius, Punishing Gray Raven, Teppen. I mean, hell, if you guys want a fun little football game, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this game right here called Retro Bowl. There's a free version, and then there's a version that it costs $1. And that game is so damn fun. I did pay the $1. Yeah, I paid the $1 a while ago, but yes, it is such a fun game, such an addicting, like, you play the football game, but you're also doing like the management of your team, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, outside of that though, like I haven't played a lot of like the mobile MOBAs and stuff. I played LoL before, but gave up on it years ago. I don't think I'll try Wild Rift because my friends aren't playing it. That totally makes sense. I used to be very big into League of Legends. I actually used to run my original podcast before, years before I started doing the One More Game podcast. But my original podcast was called The Rift, and it was a podcast all about League of Legends. It originally started off as a podcast about the daily fantasy of the League of Legends scene, because there used to be, back in the time when I was doing the podcast, there used to be 2 or 3 like daily fantasy gambling sites that me and my friend used to do. We would always do the free versions, but like we would do a podcast about the teams, the players, daily fantasy, news that were going on, things of that nature. We ran that podcast for 4 years. Before, of course, Daily Fantasy ended. Then we did it about just fantasy in general. When Riot started doing the fantasy on their website. And then we ended up, of course, eventually just not doing it. And I still really liked League of Legends. I still do from time to time when I finally, like when I have time to catch it. I do still watch the LCS and the LEC, but I haven't played League of Legends in a while. I think I finally stopped playing back in 2021, sometime during the pandemic was like the last time I booted it up. I do miss it at times because I really liked League of Legends. I started playing League of Legends back when it first launched. So right after it launched out of beta is when I started playing and played the hell out of that thing. We had teams, and I was like the leader, the team leader. I would do all the shot calling in matches and draft up our strategy and our team composition and how we were gonna play. And if you go on my Twitch channel, you actually can see a number of our games and stuff are still in my clips and my saved videos. I used to be really big into League of Legends. There's actually some shoutcasting matches of League of Legends here on my YouTube channel too, but I haven't done that in a while. not at all on that regards. Well, unfortunately, so we did get through 2 of the side missions, but I am gonna have to call it quits there because I had an early start to the day today, and I do need to get some rest and go to sleep. So I know it's not the longest stream. Cobalt, you used to play League a bit back. I should ask before I actually go. Fail, Cobalt, what was your main role or the main position that you played, and who was your favorite character? I'm curious. So I'll say to you, I started off as a mid laner and then went to ADC. And then me and one of my best friends, we would always switch between mid lane and ADC, depending on like the composition that we would do. In mid lane, my favorite was Malzahar, and in ADC, my favorite was Misfortune. So those were the two big ones. Ashe would be the next one. I played a ton of Ashe, but that was my big thing. And the highest rank I got, I was still a newbie, regardless of how good I was at shoutcasting and stuff. But the highest I got in role was gold 3, if I remember correctly. It was either gold 3 or gold 2, but I think it was gold 3. I was the highest rating I ever got. Kha'Zix was awesome. I was never really good at jungling. I tried. I wanted to be good at jungling. I like wanted to shore up my weakness, because jungling was definitely my weakness. I could plan out how to do the jungling. Again, because I was a shoutcaster, like I could come up with the strategies. But like when it came to me actually playing jungle, for some reason, I just sucked. I just sucked. Kayle was awesome. OG Kayle I loved, even though, you know, as the game progressed, OG Kayle was hot garbage. Kayle was one of my favorite characters back in the original, from her look, and I loved her invincibility ult and stuff. Zilean was really awesome too, obviously stacking the bombs on players. Oh, you had Robot, the Robot Kha'Zix skin? Yeah, that's a sick one. And when he shoots out his spines, they were basically little missiles. Nautilus, Nautilus was a great one too. OG Nautilus was not as good. I mean, I really liked OG Nautilus. Like, of course, he was pretty disruptive, but it was just one of those things where he was just kind of there. It wasn't until he got his rework where they ended up changing a lot of his skills and making his first strike a stun, was when he finally found some like footing in the game. But yeah, he was a nice one. I mean, I played so many of them. Like, obviously I played the old, like, Jax, the OG Jax, like when he had his dodge ability and you wanted to stack dodge with your runes and all that jazz. I remember like grinding for LP to get the runes to build the dodge rune page so I could play Jax and just like destroy. And, you know, of course, once they finally got rid of the rune pages and dodge and as an ability and stuff, like that changed how you played Jax. But yeah, Ryze was like one of my favorite characters. Ryze was actually the first character I ever purchased. He was at that time $13.50 in LP. And then Jax was the second one I purchased, which he was $31.50 LP, or $31.25 LP if I remember correctly. And then oh no, I take that back. It was $31.50, because yeah, it was 600, then it was like $13.50, $31.50, then $6,300 was like the tiers back at the time. And Twisted Fate was that other one I really loved back at the time. Before, like, of course, he got his rework and stuff. Like, man, I loved OG League of Legends. I look back fondly on my time with League of Legends and how much I lived that damn game. Again, was never good enough to be like a top tier player. I was good enough in, I definitely had skill, but I just not enough to single-handedly like carry teams or like carry my way into high tiers. Like I said, the highest I got was like gold 3 or gold 2. Never got higher than that. And Yeah, that was back in the days, back in the old days. But all right, everyone, I do have to go to bed, like I said. So, Fail, Cobalt, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because, like I said, I will be at the basketball game. But we will have our One More Game podcast recording on Saturday, and I'm just double checking real quick on that time because I know part of that comes down to, of course, trying to figure out scheduling with Pete. But I want to say it's 2 p.m. So I'm trying to scroll real quick and double check that. Okay, I think it was 2 p.m. I don't have it on here. So, Cobalt, thank you so much for stopping by the stream, and I hope you have a great night. Fail, thank you. I hope I get a good night's rest as well, and I hope you have a great day. And also, if I don't see you, have a great weekend. But thank you guys all so much for stopping by the stream. Again, for those that maybe are lurking or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can come back and see more of my videos. We are continuously climbing. We're up to 206 now, which is great because, of course, I wasn't at that number prior to this. But everybody, thank you so much again. As always, stay hydrated, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on gaming. We'll see you all on the next stream or next video, whatever it might be. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. See ya!